Hello, 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 and welcome to today's episode of Her Version. This podcast is dedicated to sharing stories of struggle to triumph, a platform that allows individuals to tell their truth in order to inspire and uplift others. For those of you that are new to this podcast and like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow, like, and share. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria. Let's jump right in. Thank you for those of you joining us today for this episode of Her Version. The Her Version platform is built on storytelling and the understanding that many times our greatest learning experiences come from learning from other people's stories. Today, I am speaking with an amazing woman named Lisa Ingalls Witter. Lisa is here today to talk about her journey about learning and wholeheartedly believing in the theory of law of attraction. 30 years into this journey, she turned around and realized it had done absolutely nothing for her despite her persistence. If you are having these same struggles, you are going to want to sit down and listen in. Lisa is going to break it down, reverse it, and tell you the truth about getting what you want out of life. We are here today to talk about spiritual awakenings. Welcome, Lisa. Speaking of law of attraction, I wanted to ask, what was one of your greatest challenges regarding the law of attraction, and what did you learn from it?
Well, as I mentioned, I think my greatest challenge with the law of attraction is that I kept having I was hooked. I was hooked by it.
Yeah.
And the challenge was that I was continuing to struggle, have money problems, relationship problems, every problem you can, I've been blessed in the health category in my life, but it's been the relationships and money thing that were always my struggle throughout my life. And so my challenge with the law of attraction is that I would have some little tiny success, and then because of my confirmation bias, it would keep me thinking, oh, it's because of the law of attraction that I got this little bit of money and this is working. So I just have to do it harder and
Yes.
do it even more and be more committed to my,
Wow.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my biggest challenge with the law of attraction is, does that make sense? Like it wasn't working, but I kept thinking, it must be working because I got these little tiny, I call them one-offs. These little one-off experiences that was like, oh, well, that's because of the law of attraction. And then I realized that a lot of other people were having that same challenge too.
Yes.
Going on
well, so this is going to go off on a tangent, but it's just coming to me right now. So with the law of karma, so I'm a big component of, I don't give my power to anybody. I have the power. So that disregards a higher power, that disregards the universe, that disregards a lot of stuff. And, I believe that we have, just like what you were saying, like there's so many things that are going on in our lives at all times that we can see and not see. But a combination of working towards something, all the man hours, all the schooling, whatever you're doing in your life, writing all the resumes, going on job interviews, all of the actions that you are taking creates what you want in life. That's what I have proven in my life, my confirmation bias. Does that run parallel to the law of karma, or does the law of karma say you don't have control? It's all seeds of goodness or badness.
No. Okay. So this is a great question and a really, really important question, because even though the law of karma, as it's sort of stated, says for every action, there's a result. This is where my own research and study and commitment to understanding this at a much deeper level was so important. What I came to learn and understand is that it's not actually actions that it's not our actions that are responsible for they are responsible for our results, but there's something even more fundamental to our actions that create our results. And this is what I call the karma clearing process, because I broke it down into 4 parts. So, but it's not mine. I just sort of was able to parse it out from all the different teachings and figure this out. So what these teachings tell us is that what we're experiencing in our life right now is fundamentally is grounded in knowing the truth of who we really are. So it's an identity issue. Everything comes down to what I would say, or what I do call, a case of mistaken identity. So I'm going to sort of just play this out for you very slowly so it makes sense to you and the listeners here. So when we don't understand, or we have a misconception of the truth of who we are, what happens is we get this feeling like, or this thought, it could be subtle or it could be strong. I'm not whole. I'm not complete. Something is missing. So there's like this nagging feeling when we don't really know who we are, when we can't answer that question, who am I? This feeling, this sense of, God, there's something missing. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. There's something missing. That sense that something is missing leads to desire. And the type of desire it leads to is this desire, this longing to fill what feels like an inescapable void. How am I going to do that? Well, geez, the reason why I'm not whole and complete is because I don't have enough money. I don't have that perfect relationship. So I need to get money. I need to get that perfect relationship. Or could be the other way. I'm not whole and complete because I'm in this awful relationship. I need to get away from that person. Or I'm not whole and complete because my body isn't what I want it to look like. So I need to, I don't like my body. I need it to look another way. So these are what are called attachment and aversion desires. Anytime we have a misconception of who we are, it will lead to desires to acquire things or get rid of things in order to feel like it's filling that void. So those desires are what drive our actions, whatever actions they are going to be. I'm going to take the actions to get more money, to get that perfect job, to get that new house. And then those actions lead to results. And what the teachings tell us is that when our actions are based in a misunderstanding of who we really are, they will always lead to results that inevitably cause us to feel suffering. Why? Because those results are always going to be, even if they at first seem like they're pleasurable results, they're impermanent. So yeah, I really want that perfect guy or gal in my life. And I do everything, I go online and oh my God, I met my perfect partner. And, yay, that result was, great. But then, 6 months, a year down the road, you realize, oh, this is they aren't really the person I thought that they were. They're actually way different. This is a horrible relationship. So the result isn't what we truly want, right? And that's just a super basic example. So with the law of karma, and I know this is long, but it's very important. It tells us is you are always in control. You are the one that has all the power. You have 100% of the power. There's not anything magical about it. It's just a matter of understanding the truth of who you really are. Because if we go back and we look at, okay, if I understand myself as being, and in yoga tradition, each of us is an expression, a unique expression of the divine. We're all the same essence. We're just a unique expression of the divine. If I understand that that's who I really am. What flows forth from that is the desire to express the fullness of my being and gift it to the world. And from that desire, I take actions based on that pure desire. And those actions lead to results, but the results are different than results that are that come from a misidentification, because the results don't create more karma for you. They actually they start to clear your karma, and they create results that don't create more karma, more suffering for you. So that's sort of a quick overview, and I just threw a lot at you, but you gave me the opening.